Organizational characteristics that influence training. The amount and type of training as well as the organization of the training function in a company are influenced by employee and manager rules, by top management support for training, by the company's degree of integration of business units, by its global presence, by its business conditions, by other human resource management practices including staffing strategies and human resource planning, and by the company's extent of unionization, and by the extent of involvement in training and development by managers, employees, and human resource staff. The roles that employees and managers have in a company influence the focus of training, development, and learning activity. Traditionally, employees' roles were to perform their jobs according to the manager's directions. Employees were not involved in improving the quality of the products or services. However, with the emphasis on the creation of intellectual capital and the movement toward high performance work systems using teams, employees today are performing many roles once reserved for management. For example, hiring, scheduling work, interacting with customers, vendors, and suppliers. If companies are using teams to manufacture goods and provide services, team members need training in interpersonal problem solving and team skills. For example, how to resolve conflicts and give feedback. If employees are responsible for the quality of the products and services, they need to be trained to use data to make decisions, which involves training in statistical process control techniques. Research suggests that managers in traditional work environments are expected to do the following. The first one, manage individual performance. The managers needs to motivate employees to change performance, provide performance feedback, and monitor training activities. Develop employees. The managers should also explain work assignments and provide technical expertise. Next, plan and allocate resources. The managers should translate strategic plans into work assignments and establish target dates for projects. Next, coordinate interdependent groups. Persuade other units to provide products or resources needed by the work group and understand the goals and plans of other units. Manage group performance. The managers should define areas of responsibility, meet the other managers to discuss effects of changes in the work unit on their groups, facilitate change, and implement business strategy. Next, monitor the business environment. The managers should develop and maintain relationships with clients and customers and participate in task forces to identify new business opportunities. Last, represent one's work unit. The managers should develop relationships with other managers, communicate the needs of the work group to the other units, and provide information on work group status to the other groups. The roles and duties of managers in companies that use high-performance work systems such as teams are shown in the table 2.6. The manager's duty is to create the conditions necessary to ensure team success. These roles include managing alignment, coordinating activities, facilitating the decision-making process, encouraging continuous learning, and creating and maintaining trust. To manage successfully in a team environment, Managers need to be trained in people skills, including negotiation, sensitivity, coaching, conflict resolution, and communication skills. A lack of performance, a lack of people skills has been shown to be related to managers' failure to advance in their careers. Top management support. The CEO, the top manager in the company, plays a key role in determining the importance of training and learning in the company. The CEO is responsible for a clear direction for learning, encouragement, resources, and commitment for strategic learning, taking an active role in governing learning, including reviewing goals and objectives and providing insights on how to measure training effectiveness, developing new learning programs for the company, teaching programs, or providing resources online, serving as a role model for learning for the entire company and demonstrating a willingness to constantly learn, promoting the company's commitment to learning by advocating it in speeches, annual reports, interviews, and other public relations tools. Integration of business units. The degree to which a company's units or businesses are integrated affects the kind of training that takes place. In a highly integrated business, employees need to understand other units, services, and products in the company. Training likely includes rotating employees between jobs in different businesses so they can gain an understanding of the whole business. The development of global product and service markets is an important challenge for US companies. For companies with global operations, training is used to prepare employees for temporary or long-term overseas assignments. Also, because employees are geographically dispersed outside the United States, companies need to determine whether training will be conducted and coordinated from a central U.S. facility or will be responsibility of satellite installations located near overseas facilities. When unemployment is low and or businesses are growing at a high rate and need more employees, companies often find it difficult to attract new employees, find employees with necessary skills, and retain current employees. Companies may find themselves in the position of hiring employees who might not be qualified for the job. Also, in these types of business conditions, companies need to retain talented employees. In the knowledge-based economy, including companies in information technology and pharmaceuticals, product development is dependent on employees' specialized skills. Losing a key employee may cause a project to be delayed or hinder a company's taking on new projects or hinder a company's taking on new projects. Training plays a key role in preparing employees to be productive as well as motivating and retaining current employees. For companies in an unstable or recessionary business environment, one characterized by mergers, acquisitions, and disinvestment of businesses, training may be abandoned, be left to the discretion of managers, or become more short-term, such as offering training courses only to correct skills deficiencies rather than to prepare staff for a new assignments. These programs emphasize the development of skills and characteristics needed. For example, how to deal with a change, regardless of the structure the company takes. Training may not even occur as a result of a planned effort. Employees who remain with the company following a merger, acquisition, or disinvestment usually find that their job now has different responsibilities requiring new skills. For employees in companies experiencing growth, that is an increased demand for their products and services. There may be many new opportunities for lateral job moves and promotions resulting from the expansions of sales, marketing, and manufacturing operations or from the startup of new business units. Human resource management practices consist of the management activities related to investments such as time, effort, and money in staffing, determining how many employees are needed, and recruiting and selecting employees, performance management, training and compensation, and benefits. The type of training and the resources devoted to training are influenced by the strategy adopted for two human management practices, which is the staffing and the human resource planning. Staffing strategy refers to the company's decisions regarding where to find employees, how to select them, and the desired mix of employee skills and statuses, which is temporary or full-time. For example, one staffing decision a company has to make is how much to rely on the internal labor market within the company or external labor market outside the company to fill vacancies. Two aspects of the company's staffing strategy influence training. The first one, the criteria used to make promotion and assignment decisions. And the second one, the places where the company prefers to obtain the human resources to fill open positions. Here's a table can be used to identify development activities that support a specific staffing strategy. For example, if a company wants to reward individual employee contribution and promote from within, it needs to use lateral upward and downward moves within and across functions to support the staffing strategy. Another staffing strategy is deciding what skills new employees will be expected to possess and what skills the company will develop through training. Human resource planning includes the identification, analysis, forecasting, and planning of changes needed in the human resource area to help the company meet changing business conditions. Human resource planning allows the company to anticipate the movement of human resources in the company because of turnover, transfers, retirements, or promotions. Human resource plans can be help identify where employees with certain types of skills are needed in the company. Training can be used to prepare employees for increased responsibilities in their current job, promotions, lateral moves, transfers, and downward job opportunities that are predicted by the human resource plan. Unions' interest in training has resulted in joint union management programs designed to help employees to prepare for new jobs when companies begin retraining and productivity improvement efforts without involving unions. The efforts are likely to fail. The unions may see the programs as just another attempt to make employees work harder without sharing the productivity gains. Joint union management programs ensure that all parties, such as unions, management, employees, understand the development goals and are committed to making the changes necessary for the company to make profits and for employees to both keep their jobs and share in any increased profits. Staff involvement in training and development. A company's training program is used or affected by the degree to which managers, employees, and specialized development staff are involved in the process. If managers are not involved in the training process, for example, determining training needs, being used as a trainers. Training may be unrelated to business needs. Managers may also not be committed to ensuring that training is effective, such as giving trainees feedback on the job. As a result, training potential impact on helping the company reach its goals may be limited because managers may feel that training is a necessary evil forced on them by the training department rather than a means of helping them to accomplish business goals. If line managers are aware of what development activity can achieve, such as reducing the time it takes to fill open positions, they will be more willing to become involved in it. They will also become more involved in the training process if they are rewarded for participating. Training needs in different strategies. In the table 2.7 describes four business strategies: concentration, internal growth, external growth, and disinvestment, and highlights the implications of each for training practices. Each strategy differs based on the goal of the business. A concentration strategy focuses on increasing market share, reducing costs, or creating and maintaining a market niche for products and services. An internal growth strategy focuses on on new an internal growth strategy focuses on a new market and product development, innovation, and joint ventures. An external growth strategy emphasizes acquiring vendors and suppliers or buying businesses that allow the company to expand into new markets. And a disinvestment strategy emphasizes liquidation and divestiture of businesses. Models of organizing the training department. This section discusses 5 models that are used to organize the training department. The first model is faculty model, customer model, matrix model, corporate university model, and business embedded model. This review of these structures should help you to understand that the organization of the training department has important consequences for how the training department and trainers employed in the department contributes or fails to contribute to the business strategy. Faculty model. Training departments organized by the faculty model look a lot like the structure of a college. The figure here shows the faculty model. The training department is headed by the director with a staff of experts who have specialized knowledge of the particular topic or skill area. These experts develop, administer, and update training programs. The faculty model has several strengths. First, training staff are clearly expert in the areas in which they train. Second, the training department's plans are easily determined by staff expertise. The content and timing of the programs are determined primarily by when they are available and the expertise of the trainers. Organizing by the faculty model also has several disadvantages. Companies that use the faculty model may create a training function that has expertise that does not meet the needs of the organization. Customer model. Training departments organized according to the customer model are responsible for the training needs of one division or function of the company. For example, trainers might be responsible for programs related to information systems, marketing, or operations. The training might also be human resource generalists whose job responsibilities include a broad range of human resource functions, such as, such as training, performance management, hiring, and benefits. The figure here shows the customer model. This model overcomes a major problem of the faculty model. Training programs are developed more in line with a particular needs of business groups rather than based on the expertise of the training staff. Selection, training, compensation, and development are all based on a common set of knowledges, skills, abilities, or competencies. There are several disadvantages of this model. First, trainers have to spend considerable time learning the business function before they can be useful trainers. Second, a large number of programs covering several similar topics may be developed by customers. These programs may also vary greatly in effectiveness. In the matrix model, trainers report to both manager in the training department and a manager in a particular function. Figure 2.7 shows the matrix model. The trainer has the responsibility of being both a training expert and a functional expert. For example, as a figure 2.7 shows, sales trainers report to both the director of the training and the marketing manager. One advantage of the matrix model is that it helps ensure the training is linked to the needs of the business. Another advantage is that the trainer gains expertise in understanding a specific business function. Because the trainer is also responsible to the training director, it is likely that the trainer will stay professionally current. A major disadvantage of the matrix model is that the trainers likely will have more time demands and conflicts because they report to the two managers, a functional manager and a training director. Because of the trend of centralized training, many companies use the corporate university model as shown in the figure 2.8. The corporate university model differs from the other models in that the client group includes not only employees and managers but also stakeholders outside the company, including community colleges, universities, high schools, and grade schools. Training functions organized by the university model tend to offer a wider range of programs and courses than the functions organized by the other models. Important culture and values also tend to be emphasized more often in the training curriculum of corporate universities than the other models. The university model centralizes training to make sure that the best training process that may be used in one unit of the company are disseminated across the company. Creating a corporate university from scratch involves several steps. First, senior managers and business managers form a governing body with the responsibility of developing a vision for this university. Second, this vision is fleshed out and the vision statement is linked to the business strategy. The programs are designed for teams working on a real business issues. Subject matter experts and managers teach these programs, which are scheduled based on the key product launch dates. Third, the company decides how to fund the university. The university can be funded by charging fees to business units and or by monies allocated directly from the corporate budget. Fourth, the company determines the degree to which all training will be centralized. Many universities centralize the development of a learning philosophy, core curriculum design, and policies and procedures related to registration, administration, measurement, marketing, and distance learning. Fifth, it is important to identify the needs of university customers, including employees, managers, suppliers, and external customers. 6. Products and services are developed. The Bank of Montreal uses a service team that includes a client relationship manager, a subject matter expert, and a learning manager. The client relationship manager works with the business units to identify their needs. The seventh step is to choose learning partners, including suppliers, consultants, colleges, and companies specializing in education. 8. The company develops a strategy for using technology to train more employees more frequently and more cost-effectively than instructor-led training. The business embedded model is characterized by 5 competencies: the strategic direction, product design, structural versatility, product delivery, and accountability for results. Strategic direction includes a clearly described goal and direction to the department, as well as customer focus that includes customizing training to meet customers' needs and continuously improving programs. Table 2.8 contrasts a business embedded training function with a traditional training department. Compared to the traditional training department, the business embedded function is customer focused. It takes more responsibility for learning and evaluating training effectiveness, provides customized training solution based on customer needs, and determines when and how to deliver training based on the customer needs to ensure that EMC's business strategy is supported by training. The company uses learning councils and develop frameworks. Marketing the training function. Despite the increased recognition of the importance of training and learning on achieving business goals, many managers and employees are not recognize the value of training. Internal marketing involves making employees and managers excited about training and learning. Internal marketing is especially important for trainers who act as an internal consultants to business units. For internal consultants to survive, they must generate fees for their services. Some if not all their operating expenses come from fees paid for their services. Here are some successful internal marketing tactics. Involves the target audience in developing the training or learning effort. Next, demonstrate how a training and development program can be used to solve specific business needs. Next, showcase an example on how training has been used within the company to solve specific business needs. Next, identify a champion. For example, top-level manager who actively supports training. Next, listen and act on feedback received from clients, managers, and employees. Next, advertise on email, on a company websites, and in employee break areas. Next, despite someone in the training function as an account representative who will interact between the training designer or team and the business unit, that is the customer. Next, determine what financial numbers, such as return on assets, cash flow from operations, or net profit or loss. Top-level executives are concerned with and show how training and development will help improve those numbers. Last, speak in terms that employees and managers understand. Translate jargon. Outsourcing refers to the use of an outside company, an external service firm that takes complete responsibility and control of some training or development activities, or that takes overall or not of a company training including administration, design, delivery, and development. Business process outsourcing refers to the outsourcing of any business process such as a human resource management, production, or training.